It's because the people running the society are anti-white, and they've been able to persuade or intimidate the entire legal system to operate in an anti-white way. Well,
Kind of
anti-white in this case really means anti-American. Because the whites are Americans. That's who Americans are. The people who signed the Declaration of Independence.
notice that he recategorized American as white, European pretty much, because the European colonies is being erased and it's now being updated to now we own this land and therefore it is ours, the white race, which is of course the erasure of Native Americans and Latinos and is now the replacement of their actual identity, which is manifest destiny, in order to bring over the identity that even addressing white people is wrong in their eyes because they believe that they're being oppressed, even though they had to oppress people through slavery and genocide and the displacement of the Latino to now they're upset that they invaded a place of which Latino comes from, and a lot of places that they integrated Black people through slavery. That they, when they released them as equals, that they now have to deal with the fact that everyone is already acknowledging historical ties, which the historical ties is that white people came here first in their eyes, and that everyone else that after is just a guest here because they have the strength and power to push them out. They believe that the oppressor is actually the people with no power, with no logistics to fight a war because they feel oppressed by brown people being in their eyesight. This is why a lot of this ideology, oftentimes with the white people, is lost in the face of people that don't understand that when you are talking about a lot of these talking points, that you're technically just pushing white supremacy in order to justify the pushing out of any ethnic groups, which is why they say, why is white nationalism or white identity not able to be addressed? It is because they are already addressed every day when we have to learn from white founding fathers, then we have to learn from legislation from white men. And every time there is Christian Protestant representation, which is the majority in the courts, they are oftentimes the ones that everyone listens to, and whenever a black or brown person is speaking up, they're called an invader or an invasive species, to which in our modern area that we have now, we have in the current era, which is in the 2026, that you are now able to be stopped and questioned just for having an accent and brown skin, where you will never be stopped and questioned for being white. This is why it's oppressive toward black and brown people, because you'll always be questioned to see if you are even a human being in the first place worthy of being here, whereas white people will always be known as the people who dominated and deserve to be here through killing and slaughtering and economic domination through hegemonic control of any other sector, so that not a single one of you can fight back. This is why you cannot talk from a white identity perspective because they already won a long time ago and they're talking down on people. This is why this is white nationalism or white supremacy.